Chelsea Football Club have a desire to continue spending money, and now there's breaking news from Brazil that suggests that Gabriel Moscardo is a Chelsea football player. We're going to break the news down, we're going to tell you the source, we're going to tell you who he is, and we're going to tell you about the profile and whether Chelsea actually need him. Then Matt Law comes out with a bad boy article later on, after I posted my original video today, to come out explaining that Chelsea are actually going to try sign 2 or 3 players. Let that sink in. Chelsea are going to go spend more money onto the first team, and that doesn't include the potential players that they could acquire for the loan army or for the youth. Let's break this down, let's talk about who the players could be, and more importantly, who's leaving the club, because that is key as well. He actively mentions players will be getting sold. Welcome to the Kavkas View. I hope you enjoyed the original video I posted today, and if you haven't and you're going to watch it later, at the end of the video I will leave a pinned comment, so make sure you go watch both videos, okay? I'll see, and in the comments let me know if you're gonna watch both. Before we get started, I need you lot to hit the like button. I want 1,000 likes on this video. It's the quickest way you guys can support me, and also subscribe. It really means a lot. It's the best way for me to grow. I'm at the moment on 31,300. Can we get to 31,400 please? So make it happen. We're like 30 people away. Subscribe. Alright, so reports from Brazil coming out on a TV show from a former Corinthians player and a presenter now of the show that Gabriel Moscardo, based on his sources, has been sold to Chelsea Football Club. What do we know about this deal? We know that this is a 17-year-old, and a bid of under £25 million was rejected on transfer deadline day in the summer. We know that for a fact. That is concrete evidence that has been reported and accredited by multiple sources. We know Chelsea have been actively chasing him, and then we knew that Chelsea have tabled a bid above the value of £25 million, and after the presidential elections at Corinthians, there was going to be a decision. Now Brazilian television is actively coming out, and they're reputedly saying that it is a done deal. He has been sold. He has been sold to the Premier League. He has been sold to an English club, and it's Chelsea Football Club. That's the reason he didn't play for Corinthians the other day. So now we have got a situation where Chelsea went and spent £25 million on a 17-year-old who's going to turn 18 and come into the Premier League. And we need to talk about what is going on at our club, because after this we are going to talk about what Matt Law said, how we're going to acquire 2 or 3 players in January, and the players that are going to be leaving to make room for these players to come in. And I need to talk to you lot now, because the reality is, what on earth is Chelsea Football Club doing? We do not need this player, as good as his profile sounds, especially for the people that wanted Declan Rice, right? He sounds like a Declan Rice regen. You look at the clips, he looks like a Declan Rice regen. When he first came through to West Ham, the hair fully off, basically at #1 with a skin fade. He's big build, running around, clamping people, moving the ball quickly. He just reminds you of Declan Rice, right? Whether it's aesthetically, whether it's football-wise, he reminds you of Declan Rice. So a lot of people are excited about that. The reality is, there's 25 million on a 17 or 18-year-old that won't be contributing anytime soon. I will be shocked, I will be flabbergasted if he comes in. And even if he does come in and contribute, I'd be very worried, purely because he's not what we need at this moment in time. Our midfield is our strongest asset. Our midfield at this moment in time does not require another ball destroyer or another person that tries to progress play in a simplistic way. We've got Leslie Ogochukwu if we need that frame, if we need that individual. Why spend 27 million euros on Leslie Ogochukwu when you are actively going to spend £25 million on Gabriel Moscardo straight away? Corinthians must be rubbing their hands. They've got a fantastic deal. Leslie Ogochukwu must be asking, why the hell did I join? We've got Andreas Santos and Kesedei both on loan. With those two, I kind of understand, because the fees were 12 million, and now Santos is worth at least 30, 35. You got Kesedei, who was worth around about 15 million. He's worth at least 20, 25. So I understand the urge of signing those talents. I don't understand spending £25 million on an 18-year-old that won't be playing for Chelsea Football Club anytime soon. What do you think you have acquired? Is this a stable environment to allow this to happen? All we know at this moment in time is Chelsea Football Club are actively getting this deal done. This deal is done, and it is strong, confirmed, blatant reports from Brazil, meaning it's going to get to England in about 48 hours, and the club's going to make an announcement soon. What I found very interesting and people didn't want to understand was Matt Law's article today was very detailed. It sounded like a brief. It sounded like a man that knew what he was talking about, and he went into not minute detail but explicit detail of what Chelsea are looking for. He said 2 to 3 players for the first team, and I think that is very important to acknowledge. What have we heard from the media for the utmost time since Mauricio Pochettino said he's involved in having an opinion in transfers? It's going to be an experienced players, and it's going to be individuals that are ready to add to the squad now. Gabriel Moscardo is not that. I don't think we can look at him in that way. So what I'm going to ask now is, who on earth are they talking about? Because we've covered in the earlier video, Victor Osimhen, how there is a very good possibility Chelsea are going to get him. At the end of the video, go and check it out. You won't regret it. They're also talking about, in Matt Law's article, that we're looking at potential left back and a centre back. What about the goalkeeper? I'm sorry. You've got Petkovic. I'm sorry, you've got Sanchez. Evidently, Petkovic is no good because Poch ain't even willing to give him a cup game. Sanchez is not good. I don't care what anyone says. No one can persuade me Sanchez is Chelsea caliber. If Sanchez is Chelsea caliber, we are a relegation team or a mid-table team at best. Okay, there is no way you can convince me Sanchez is good enough to be a Chelsea keeper. Is he decent at collecting crosses from free kicks? Partially. Can he collect a cross? Not a chance. He looks like me in goals, tripping up over his feet. He has no clue what he's doing every single time. I don't believe in it. I don't understand what Chelsea are doing. So we need those 3 positions. I'd argue we don't need a centre-back. I'd argue we do need a left-back. And I definitely think we need a 9. Even if it's just to acquire a 9, please go get a 9. Alright? But they also, in the article Matt Law stated, there are certain players leaving the club. Trevor Chalobah, like we've been talking about, will be leaving the club. Ian Maatsen is on the list of sales. The reason he's on the list of sales is the kid hasn't agreed a new contract. He's got 18 months left on his contract. Chelsea said, if you're not going, we're selling you. Pure profit. You're an academy graduate. We will take the 35 million on our balance sheet, the 30 million on our balance sheet. We will smile about it and we'll keep it stepping. You're not that important, purely based on the fact that Poch doesn't play you, Poch doesn't value you in the left back position as you think you should be, and you're not good enough to play in the 10 or on the right wing or left wing. So that makes perfect sense to me. Secure the bag, no problem. Then he went on to say Malang Sarr's on the list. I can't even believe Malang Sarr's still at the club. I forgot he existed, let alone he's on the list. I genuinely forgot he was at Chelsea. The fact that we've had so many injuries and Malang Sarr's name hasn't even popped up once to be in contention to play left back, wild. Absolutely wild to me. So he's going to be leaving the club. The one that surprised everyone is Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke is potentially on the chopping block. He is potentially going to be cut loose from Chelsea Football Club in a real quick fashion. Literally, we've got him through the door, paid 29-30 million pounds. Now it's go, leave. We don't care. What the hell did you spend that money on? There's no way any club pays 30 million or 35 million for Noni Madueke. This is going to be a loan with a potential of an option or an obligation. There is no way Noni Madueke is worth more than what we bought him. And that is something that really frustrates me, because when we signed him originally, I said, what the hell are we doing? Fast forward 12 months, it looks like he's going to be going, and a lot of people are going to be upset about that. But it is what it is. The departures are really starting to come to light, the ones that we're talking about. Mudryk is not on that list, but Madueke is. I know a lot of you are going to be upset about it, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know whether you think this is the right move. Are you happy about the 17 or 18-year-old joining Chelsea? I don't know how old Gabriel Moscardo is, but is he here for the now or is he here for the tomorrow? Let me know. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day. Make sure you go and watch the video, by the way. It's right here. Go click on it. You clicked? Thank you very much. Let's get on with it.